Hello, welcome back to OTC. I've got friend of the Ramble, Fons with me. How
Hi.
are you, my man?
I'm fine. It's a bit stressed because it's a big night, but I'm looking forward.
Yeah. Well, of course, you're not just a Ramble fan. You're a Union Saint-Gilloise fan. That is a very rare shirt.
It is.
Shirt fans. You said to me there are 1,000 of those.
Yeah, they're in the light of the Lights Go Out campaign.
Yeah.
It's an all blackout shirt, and it's a homelessness in Brussels charity.
Right.
So
cool.
all profits go to that charity.
Right.
And there were 1,000 made. They were gone the first day, which is extraordinary because you had to go get them physically on a Wednesday. But I think the first 800 were gone that day, and then they only had children's sizes left.
Okay.
And they were gone the next day. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was going to try and squeeze into one of those, but maybe that's not going to work out for me.
I'd love for you to get one, but
it's too late.
You won't manage.
It's too late. Well, look, tell us a bit about the Union story, because a lot of people may have heard of Union Saint-Gilloise, particularly Brighton fans, of course, because Tony Bloom was an owner. But it's an extraordinary story because in 2021 you come back into the Belgian top flight for the first time in 49 years, and every season since you've come pretty close to winning the league.
Yes, agonizingly close.
In that second season,
because we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
But last season as well, we came second point of Club Bruges, who were at the start of the playoffs. We've got fucking playoffs. At the start of the playoffs, they were 19 points behind, but at the start of the playoffs, they halved the points, so they were only 10 points behind. It's fucking bullshit. But it's been a sleeping giant because we are still the third most decorated club in the country. But we've got 11 titles, but they were all won before the Second World War. Yeah, that's how old the nobility thing is. And then we've come up recently. First time of asking, came second, came really close to the title. And then the next season had a great run in Europe. We went to Berlin, Union Berlin. We won there. You were there?
I was there. Yeah. So the day the Queen died.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even remember.
Queen Elizabeth died.
I remember a lot up until the game. After that, I've seen Kreuzberg, and then it's all blank. We've won away at Malmö. We've won again against Berlin in the second round. And then we met Leverkusen. They'd done us. Then they snatched Victor Boniface. He was ours. Let's
stop there a minute and just talk about some of the players that have come through Union. Yes. Dennis Undav, of course.
Dennis Undav. We got him last season in second division, or first season in the first division, but he exploded immediately. Then he went to Brighton, didn't really click, but now he's lighting up the Bundesliga with Stuttgart. Mitoma is one of ours. Simon Dingra at Brighton both. Boniface is now at Leverkusen. Teddy Thomas is at Stade de Reims.
Yeah, I like him. He's a favourite of mine.
Yeah.
But Boniface is an amazing one. He's been back here a couple of times, hasn't he?
He loved it, and he's been back to see the guys a couple of times. We're so excited. He's doing great. He's won them their first. Was it the first title?
Yeah, ever.
It's
incredible.
It's insane.
So tell us, one of the, I guess, downsides of making it to Europe, and that seems a weird thing to say, is you don't get to play at home. You don't get to play at the Stade Joseph Marion.
The Joseph Marion, the Dude Park.
You got to play here. The Roy Bedouin, which is completely different.
It's
how is
terrible.
That as an
it's terrible.
Right. Okay.
Because it's a terrible stadium. There's the athletics track. Last year we played our games at Anderlecht, which was way better. The years before we played at OHL Leuven, which was amazing because it's not that big, but it was rampant. It was so full. We won against Rangers there. But this year, our stadium is glorious. It's gorgeous, but it's so old. And it's not fit for modern football. Not even Belgian First League. It's and we've been they're trying for a new stadium for a long time, but the community, it's not going that great. As it always goes in Belgium. Ask Club Brugge, ask anyone. So now we play here. It's it's a shame. We love the stadium because we won our first cup in 89 years last season here. So we had a party, but we were only allowed now to sell out 2 of the stands, so the big corners will be empty.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but we'll still make it look good.
Of course. So why is it that they found it hard to replicate the form this season? Because of course in the league it's been a bit of a slow start. Is it just natural gravity, do you think?
I'm amazed with it so well in the past seasons.
Yeah.
Because we've lost at least 3 or 4 of our best players each season. After the second season, we lost 9 of our starting 11.
The coaches.
We've lost the coach every season. But somehow we've always unearthed a new gem like Boniface. Last season we had Nielsen and Amura and Puertas, who combined for around 50 goals and 40 assists between the 3 of them. They're all gone. So it was expected that we would finally drop a bit in form, but they have not been too great. Defense has been good, but we just haven't scored in the first 7 games of the league. We got a 0-0 like 4 or 5 times, which isn't great.
Well, I don't want to keep you out of the stadium because obviously we're really looking forward to going into this game against Roma. As a local,
yes.
What are we eating? It's kind of hard to eat more frites on the go. So what else am I eating while I'm here at the stadium?
While you're at the stadium, just burgers and chips, or any of the other classic Belgian deep fried snacks.
Why does Belgium make chips so well?
We just do. We use the right fat. We've got good taters. I don't know, but we love our fries. Yeah. So we do them really well.
Okay, well maybe we'll see each other for some celebration fries.
I'd love to.
At the end. All the best.
Enjoy the game.
So remarkably, that was my first experience of watching a football match live in Belgium, because for a variety of reasons it's never quite happened before. But new ground, which is always nice. As Fons was saying to us earlier, it would have been nicer if it was the Joseph Marion, but it wasn't to be today. Maybe in the future, as we said. A very interesting sort of situation because you had just really the 2 stands open, well 2 and a bit stands if you count the corner of Roma fans that were there. But what he was saying about the big open terrace at Joseph Marion filling up quite late, it was really interesting because it looked like there was hardly anyone in the Union sort of popular side of the stadium, and then all of a sudden, like right on kickoff, it was full, and a bit of atmosphere as well, which was nice. And given that it was a half-empty stadium that people don't particularly like, it was pretty good on a really cold night. It's several degrees colder than it was in Paris yesterday. So my first experience of Belgian club football live was maybe not quite optimum, but still very enjoyable. As you'll know, if you've been listening to OTC like good listeners, then Roma are a bit of a mess at the moment, and that again proved to be the case. Union Saint-Gilloise, without being quite at their best, they've had a difficult start to the season, as we were hearing earlier. They still had the chances to win the game. We nearly got another late winner, just like we did in Paris last night, but Sevilla and a bit of luck managed to keep that out for the home side. But look, something for Union to build on. Listening to some of the players afterwards, there's a bit of gentle optimism about what this could mean, about its building block towards getting themselves into the next phase, and about really kicking off their season, really, because they're a team that's used to winning a lot of games, and that's not been the case. Sebastian Pocagnoli, the new coach, has really struggled to get them scoring goals. You can see why tonight. Obviously, they've lost a lot of attacking talent, but goal scoring's been a massive problem for them so far this season. But I think Roma are still a name of sorts. So even if they're not the best Roma side that's ever been, and certainly not at this particular moment, it is, I guess, a sense of achievement from those Union Saint-Gilloise players that they got a point off them at least. So I guess the question is not just how far Union could get, but are Roma in a position that they can turn this season round? Can they make themselves one of the favourites for this competition, as they really should be? They've done very well in it in recent seasons. I suspect something might happen during this international break on the bench. We'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, like and subscribe. Tell us what you think in the comments. If Union can get themselves into a position of challenge domestically again. Remember that it's a season where, having won the regular season a couple of times and the playoff system not really working for them, maybe as they're coming from behind, the playoff system might work for them a little bit better this season. Tell us if you think they can do anything in Europe. Of course, they're quite experienced in Europe now. And tell us what you think about Roma, whether you think Roma are going anywhere this season. And of course, remember to subscribe to the podcast on the continent every Thursday.